Yes, my friend, I killed the man, but I would not have been expecting it not for some very extraordinary circumstances. I had long considered this deed, but I am a delicate and sensitive person, you understand, and I hesitated over it, as the diver hesitates in the brink of a darkness. The thought of the shaft of punch pulled him back. As I was passing his house one morning, I said to myself, well, at any rate, after that decision, I was myself a sort of machine. I rang the bell, and the servants admitted me to the drawing room. I rated there a tall clock flashing 6 inches in time. I raised it on a straight chair with the remaining position of their singular imperturbability. Although, of course, they were aware of my purpose. The wolf-like hell on the floor whispered one to another and left it. Presently, I entered the room, and I found the wall with a shot. He screamed, mostly amazement, and as he fell forward, his blood paddled and covered their eyes from the stain. It seems to me that the old clock stopped ticking. A moment later, I was walking down the street, tranquil, you understand, and I said to myself, it is done. Long years from this day, I will say to her that it was I who killed her. I cried. I was elated that the affair had gone off so smoothly, and I felt like returning home, taking a long, full sleep. So past me, I contemplated their stupidity with a sense of satisfaction. For those accursed little white tiles, I heard a short crying, falling dream. And looking back, I saw them, blood-stained and ashy, raising their little hands and screaming. Murder. It was he. I have said that they had little hands. I'm not too sure that they had something indicating that they were pointing fingers. Its whole movement swept along as easily as dry, light leaves are carried by the wind. Always they were shrilly piping their song of my guilt. My friend may never be fortunate to be pursued by a crowd of little blood-stained tiles. I used 1,000 means to be free from the clash of those tiny feet. I ran through the world at the best speed. It was no better than that of an ox, while they, my pursuers, were always fresh, eager, relentless.
No need to be upset. I was only reading it.
You any idea what this volume is worth?
It's one of a kind. Of course, a generation ago there was another copy, 40 miles from here.
Young man, I am familiar with Dunwich.
I know.
You've read my paper on Oliver Whately?
He was a great man.
They hanged him.
They were fools.
Who's to say?
I'm Wilbur Whately, Oliver's great-grandson.
Then you know who I am.
Dr. Henry Armitage.
Yes. It's a pleasure to meet a Whately.
Thank you.
Doctor?
Well, it's easy to see why you two girls were so effectively charmed. From the book, coupled with ancient rites and sacrifices, this race, the old ones, can be brought back. And mankind? Destroyed.
And from what you've seen of young Whately, you think it's actually possible that he might believe that?
The book, the girl, I don't know what to think. If he does believe the legend, from my impression of Wilbur, he'd be capable of anything. If he does attempt one of those rituals, that girl is in grave.
Brother of my blood, my soul, I summon you. The time has arrived. Now we wait no longer. We must act. Upon this sacrifice shall the journey begin. Now where they ruled once. They wait, patient and potent, for here they shall reign again, and rule where they once walked. The old ones broke through of old, and they shall break through again. Dad! Stop her!
Thank you, Lou. The food was that place for the nourishment of our bodies.
Sign your name and have it witnessed, and Satan will pass your house right by. And see, then you pull all that energy into God's department, and it gives him the energy he will need. Why make it be a battle? Why don't you help God now?
Yeah, pretty sharp idea.
If everybody did that, that's called magic. But do you know that if 1 million people signed that in the next hour, you don't have to feel silly, just have someone witness it. A simple statement, I sell my soul to God. Now I have a question for the Marine and Red Elk. Over Castro's headquarters, they have the number 26. What does that mean? I saw that on TV a few weeks ago. They showed, it's like his palace, not his palace. It looks like an office building with sort of a dome on it. and they said that was his headquarters in Cuba. All that's on there is a giant 2-6. I would love to know what that means, if anybody knows. Would you do it, Monty? Will you sell your soul to God?
Oh, absolutely.
Just put it on a piece of paper. It does something to your subconscious mind.
You bet.
Don't you think that's nice? To let God have a rest?
That's right. Well, see, lots of people, they do what I call walking the edge of the cliff. They sort of made up their mind that they're on God's side. But then they go just as close as they can to the devil's side to sort of keep checking things out. And you're right, if they'd make that decision, say, I sell my soul to God, and it's there, and it isn't up for grabs, and it isn't a matter of contention, it'd sure be a different world.
Really? And because I believe that thoughts are things, they really are, above all of our heads and seen from space when we first sent our satellites out, they could see an auric glow around our beautiful little planet. It's a golden light. It's called zodiacal light. And that is called...
Oh, light's getting us. Call me again. You're on KKEY Radio.
Who jumped ship twice, may have wanted to defect at first, but changed his mind.
He repeatedly referred to Mama and Papa, and he talked about life. So I have no basis for being explicit about what threats may have been suggested to him, but it's clear that he had his mother and father on his mind.
Schultz was interviewed on CBS's Face the Nation. The ship sailed into international waters early this morning with Medved on board. A senior administration official says the Soviet Union has objected to just about every item in a U.S. proposal for a joint communique at the end of the upcoming Superpower Summit. West Germany's newspaper Bild says the country has decided to join the U.S. in research for the Star Wars defense program. 4 men walked into a supermarket in Brussels, Belgium, and sprayed bullets into shoppers. 8 people died, 6 were wounded. Police say the bandits made off with $3,800 cash. I'm Carol Preston, Mutual Lifestyle reports.
How can we have a Merry Christmas when part of the family is far away? Help.
Family Circle helps with ways to keep the season joyous when you can't all be together.
In a world of disappearing ethical values, how can I teach my kids to be good citizens?
Family Circle helps with advice from prominent authorities on raising moral children. You read other magazines for entertainment. You buy Family Circle just for the help of it. The December 3rd issue with a unique Christmas tree on the cover is at your supermarket now.
Something's up at Sears.
The 4-day add-up to savings spectacular.
Save that.
For just $9.99, take your choice of a can opener, hand mixer, hot pot, toaster, or travel iron, and save $4 to $5. Save $100 on a Kenmore microwave with solid-state touch controls, variable power, and 2-stage memory. Only $199.99. Add up spectacular savings store-wide through Monday only.
There's more for your life at Sears.
Coming up, the Prince says thanks and a knock at Palm Beach. Mayor Dianne Feinstein says her city has a problem. San Francisco still has a number of gay bathhouses operating. She wants them shut down because she thinks they encourage sexual activity that may be spreading the deadly disease AIDS. Some people are saying people's civil rights are involved. Feinstein says it's hard to understand how people can have the right to spread a disease that's 100% fatal. Finally, the Prince of Wales has spoken to the masses. He thanked Americans for their warm reception shown the royals. Al Freeman reports.
The thanks came during a brief question and answer session with reporters as the royal couple toured a British exhibit at the National Gallery of Art. The prince admitted that many people have come to see his wife, Princess Diana. Outside, I was told.
He's better looking than he is, but I think he's better spoken than she.
In fact, the prince did all the talking at the mini news conference inside.
And how many of you managed to reply on behalf of your wives on these occasions? And then get beaten up afterwards for getting it wrong.
And Charles went on to say that Diana, too, was overwhelmed by the reception given the royal couple. I'm Al Freeman in Washington.
Royal genealogist Harold Brooks Baker doesn't think much of Charles and Diana's trip Tuesday to Palm Beach. The U.S.-born Brooks Baker called Palm Beach a symbol of the thoughtless, vulgar, nouveau riche, careless of the plight of others. He continued, it's like asking the Pope to go to Sodom and Gomorrah. Carol Preston, Mutual Lifestyle reports.
Something's up. It's serious.
The 4-day add up the savings spectacular.
Start up.
Save $20 on a Die-Hard Incredicell battery. Just $59.99 with trade-in.
Spruce up.
Save 25 to 50% on all Sears interior paint. As low as $4.99 a gallon.
Tool up.
Get a 112-piece tool set for just $99.99. A savings of 50% based on regular separate prices. Add up spec.
But either way, the victim and the possessor, they are tied together. They are manacled together. It seems manacled together. Excuse me. It's very hard to tell which one is the victim because they're victims of one another.
Okay, and then a couple of years later, okay, my best friend has told me that he had asked her to go out.
Yes, but you're just telling me the story of your life.
Yeah, no, I wanted to, like, what I'm trying to say is that's when, like, my anger really, you know, I started to become very hostile, and then she told me that I should be telling her to go and have a good time. And
I'm not following that. You see, I'm not following all that.